Let's look at another joining example. Create a table with columns title, the movie, first and second, the actors, that contains one row per movie from 2024. That has the title of the movie, the actor that was first in the ordering, and the actor that's second in the ordering. So we can see those two co-stars together in the same row. Only include rows with different first and second actors, so we don't have any Batman, Bruce Wayne, same actor shenanigans. And then we'll get things like Furiosa Mad Max Saga starred Anya Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth together. There's Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya together in Dune Part 2 in 2024. How do we do it? Well, before starting to write code, think about all the information you need in order to get one of these rows right. You need to know what title it is from the titles table. You need to know what this person's name is, a row from the names table. What this person's name is, another row from the names table. But we do need to make sure that Timothée Chalamet was actually in this movie, Dune Part 2, and that's from the principals table. And we need to know that Zendaya was in Dune Part 2. That's a different row from the principals table. So writing it all out, each row of the output includes data from a row of the titles to figure out the title of the movie, a row from the principals table to figure out who the first actor was, another row from principals for the second actor, and then a row and another row from the names table to figure out how to write down the names of these people, because we don't just want to see their nconst value, we want to see their name. So here's the version I came up with. Start with the from, titles, principals, names, names. We need to use aliasing because we have the same table in here twice. So I called it P first and P second. I called the names first and second. I could have called them anything, but I think this helps me stay organized. Now I need to know how to make one coherent row out of 5 rows from these 5 tables. Make sure first that we're always talking about the same movie. Titles tconst value is the same as P first tconst value is the same as P second's tconst value. So that means the titles, principals, and principals rows are all about the same movie. I'd also like it to be the case that the P first row is about the same person as the first row, and likewise for P second and second, so that I'm matching up the name with the character correctly. Now I switch over to conditions that tell me about my particular query. I want year 2024 films. I want P first to be first in the order, P second to be second. So these are the 2 main characters in the movie. I don't want them to be the same person, Bruce Wayne and Batman, and I want them both to be actors. Here's how I'd run this if I put it in a file. From the command line, I'd run SQLite. I would initialize it with the SQL query that I put in my costars.sql file, and I'd run it against the IMDb 1000 database. And we did it. But leaving out any one of these constraints would have given us a much longer and much less correct result. So you really do need to think about how to connect all of the 5 rows together in a coherent way. They don't all need to be about the same person because we have 2 different people on the same row, but they do all need to be about the same movie because we're talking about one movie with 2 different actors in it.